Oh my god, guys, hello, video game tutorial here. So, I don't know if you guys noticed, but it's patch 9.2 right now. Holy shit, let me quickly show all the things you guys need to know for this next up and coming patch, which is right now. So first off, I would recommend Venthyr, very cool. Necrolord, I mean, it kind of works right, but it's not like super amazing, so yeah, I don't know, I wouldn't really pick it. The burst damage is nice, but your sustain damage is just kind of shit, so Razor Wire it is, as your double DPS legendary of choice. So how this works for the people that don't know is that the bleed also gets attached to your main target. Wow. Second of all, they have changed it so now it will no longer spread to people that are in CC. If I can just demonstrate. Bro, what? Okay, thank God. Yeah, look here, this guy got a thing, but this guy didn't get it. You know, very cool. Also, one thing to know about this legendary as well is that the damage of this bleed still works if you override it with another kill shot. So let's say, for example, you get 2 kill shot procs in a row. You might be hesitant. Maybe you think, oh no, maybe I should, you know, wait it out or something. But the best play is to just send another kill shot into the kill shot. I mean, this is the most insane. What? I got 1 proc. What is happening? I'm trying to do like a video. It's always whenever you're recording. Okay, let me check. I just want to demonstrate. Hello. Okay, but if I can get, okay, I'll pop Bloodlust maybe more. Okay, look here. I send the send. Oh, look now. So you see, the actual bleed hits harder, which, you know, see here like 1.7. I think the kill shot was higher, right? 7k. The last one, 6.6. Yeah, but you see here, it ticks more often. Pouch. Yeah, here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it overrides because of this one. So basically, you won't lose any damage if you just send a kill shot into another, so that's good to know. Second of all, you might be wondering what legendary you might pick. So, I would recommend Craven Stratagem. It's very cool. But there are some times where you don't want to have Craven. Let's say, for example, maybe against sub-Holy Priest in 2s, or maybe like a Ret Paladin. Maybe it's like a big map and you're against a warrior and you're pretty, you know, you can kite pretty well. In those matchups, I would recommend the Latent Poison. My god, this does do a lot of damage. So on the PTR, I've been critting people for like 20k with Latent Poison, and you have like 80k health, so that's like, you know, bro, that's like 25% of their health just kind of gone right then and there if you get a crit. So it definitely packs a punch. It does some damage. Very cool, actually, I would say. But for the most part, you will go, you know, Craven Stratagem, since this is just default. And if you're wondering how you get this, you need to be revered with one of the bad boys over here in Serit Mortis in Haven. Now, the good thing about this is that you only need to be revered on one character to unlock this rune carving memory for all of your characters. That's very good to know. You don't have to farm this on multiple characters. You'll just get it, you know, get it on one character and you're kind of fine. The only thing you want to do on your other characters is the campaign chapter. So I believe it's campaign chapter 7 when you'll get the belt, which is going to be your temporary double legendary slot. Or maybe that's chapter 6. Maybe chapter 6 or chapter 7. It's gonna take a while, but it's not rep bound. Don't worry about rep. That's just for from the chapter. Also, I want to talk about the stats a little bit. So the stats that I would recommend, there are a new haste breakpoint in my opinion, which is this one over here, 1.20. And to have that, you need 24.5% haste. So to get this, and why do you want to have this, is because 1.20 GCD allows you to make this very cool little thing where you can do a stun into 3 damage globals into trap. I mean, you can technically do this with like 1.22 as well, but 1.20 just makes it way easier. So now you can like stun 1, 2, 3, trap. I mean, there was like a little bit of a gap, but the gap is too small for the enemy player to press anything. So this is like, it's pretty reliable, I would say. But then when I was doing this, I tested and I realized I accidentally found the breakpoint for the Serpent Sting, which is, I mean, you see here, this 3. So this works because the way that it works is like it ticks for 2.4, but then there's gonna be like a little bit extra of a delay, you know? And this last tick, I tested it. It procs Latent Poison. This little tick procs Latent Poison. So if you have 25.12 haste, you will get 7 Latent Poison stacks in 1 Serpent Sting. I mean, then you're like almost there, up at like 10. So what this means is that because the duration of the Serpent Sting will get increased if you double tap it, if you Serpent Sting like this and then wait the entire duration, they will have 10 stacks of Latent Poison on them. And if you guys remember earlier, when I got like a 25k crit on the PTR, you would just pop your CDs, and if you get a crit, dude, that would, I mean, someone's health bar is definitely going somewhere. So I'm very excited to do that. Super cool. But then I was thinking, because 24.5 is the haste breakpoint, what is the next haste breakpoint? And I'm glad you asked. So to get 1.19 GCD, you need 25.53, because there's 4 rounds down, so it doesn't go up actually. So it's 25.53. So that's probably going to be the haste breakpoint that I go for, around there. I can just type it in a notepad just to make it a bit easier. 25.53% haste. This is probably what I'm going to go for. I'm not going to bother getting the flayed shot one because that's 33.34. I mean, that's just like way too far. Like, bro, this is too annoying to get. I'll get 25.53. And then crit, I will roughly have around like 20 to 25% crit. I guess it kind of depends on how many stats I'm gonna have. It's hard to say, but I'm guessing around the 20 to 25% would be sufficient. And then for versatility, you're mostly gonna have around like 35%. You can't really drop a lot of versatility because a lot of the gear is very, you know, verse heavy. So there's no real way of like getting rid of the verse. Like, you'll just have it eventually, even if verse is like not as good this patch compared to last patch because of the set bonus, you'll still have a lot of verse. So yeah, also I'm gonna talk about the pieces that you will have the legendaries on. So for Craven stratagem, you will have it on the necklace. Oh my god, what? The necklace? So the reason why is because the tier set over here, these stats are always the same. You can't change these stats whatsoever. Even after chapter 7, you can use your cosmic flux to transfer one of your characters pieces into a like a tier piece. Even if you have a haste verse glove, it will turn into a crit haste glove. That's just the way it is. It really be like that sometimes. But as a hunter, you're kind of lucky because everything here is good except for the legs. Now, since the legs are so bad, you know, if you have Craven on the chest, you're forced to have, you know, the legs, right? Which ain't very good. Also, you will I feel like you would get way too much versatility as well because the necklace is like super versa heavy. So I don't know. And also you would drop some haste because you won't have haste on your legs. I don't know. It's not good at all. I wouldn't recommend it. Yikes. Get these legs away from here. So Craven on the neck it is, and then just have the tier set on the helmet, chest, hands, and shoulders. And then the legs can be the haste verse legs. The reason why you don't want to have the killshot Lego, aka the unity, on your legs is because latent poison can only go on the head and hands. Now, I would way rather have latent poison on the hands, because this is like crit haste with crit prio. This is haste verse with haste prio. So I think this is way better than this. Plus, you know, if you have it on a, you know, on this, and then you have the killshot Lego on your legs, you're occupying 2 tier set pieces, so you can't kind of do that. So therefore, the tier set piece has to be a ring. Now, why does it have to be a ring? I mean, it doesn't have to be. You could make it on the wrist or whatever, but like I feel like the ring makes more sense because now you can also have haste verse on both of your rings. Maybe even make it a like a crit haste legendary, depending on how the verse works, depending on how much you get from the PvP pieces. I'm not really too sure, but I think it's a safe bet to just make it haste verse on the Craven and on the killshot Lego. Especially because this patch you can't get gems guaranteed, so therefore, you know, getting a piece, because legendaries in these slots always have a gem in them, so you'll just get 2 gems for free. Kinda cool. I would recommend it. And I believe that might be it. Actually, no. I wanted to talk about the tier set. If it's good, is it bad? Do I like it? Okay, I think it might be a bit obvious because, you know, I've been talking about the tier set for a very long time. The answer is yes. The tier set is very good. I do recommend it. But one thing that I have to say though is that don't get fooled by like your desperate like attempt to like you have to have the tier set. Like the proc, while it's good, it's not super amazing. And the reason why is because you might not 100% understand how it works. So the extra damage that you get before it was bugged. So you see here how it says your bomb damage is increased by 30, and then the bonus gets amplified to 80%. Some people think that you get an 80% damage bomb proc, which is incorrect. It's actually 50% because it just makes it so the 30% damage amp that you get gets converted into an 80% damage amp. So let me show you some examples over here. So let's say you are a person that is like, you really want to get the proc, so you're like wasting all of your globals on kill commands, and then you finally get a proc, you know? You might do like kill command, which does like 1.5k. Let's just copy this. Make this like number 2, 3, 4, and then finally you get the bomb proc, you know? You get the proc and you cast the big bomb proc. Wow. So this would do how much damage? Let me check here. So bomb does 3, 4, 19. So 3, 4, 19 times 1.3. So this is the damage that it's gonna do baseline. I already did it here for fun. And then on top of that, it's gonna be 1.5. So the bomb will now do 666 damage. Wow, it's kind of a scary number. And then plus another 66 because, you know, it's the damage from the initial hit and then also the dot. Or you can be a smart individual and you can resist the urge to spam kill command, and then your damage will look like this, you know? Maybe you do like a raptor strike that does like, I don't know, like 4k damage. And then you do a like a chakrams that does like 4.5k into maybe like a flanking strikes, which does like 6.5k, into a another raptor strike which does 4k damage, and then you do a bomb, but then it's like bomb no proc, sad. But then again, since you have the legendary, I mean the tier set, it's still gonna do some damage, you know? it's still, you know, like the difference between these two, like sure, obviously this is more damage, but you have to think about the globals that you did to get this proc does not make it better, okay? So it's like a very huge, big distinction to make. If you understand this, your damage is gonna go way higher. Don't get baited into thinking that you could just like spam kill command all day long and fish for a proc and then one-shot people. That's not how survival works. It's not. It's never worked out like that. Blah blah blah. You know, if you get a proc, sure. You know, maybe you do like a kill command, like maybe replace his flanking strikes with like a kill command. You know, and you maybe get like a lucky proc and like wow, it does damage. But if you think about it, if you just replaced this kill command with a flanking strikes, even if you get a proc, like it's almost the same damage, even if you didn't get a proc. Does that make sense? So, okay, yes, the bomb proc is very good. It's worth crafting. I would recommend everyone to have the tier set, but it's not so unbelievably amazing. It's gonna like one-shot everyone on the planet Earth, okay? Don't get fooled by it. It's good, but it's not that good. I just want to let that be known. But actually, talent choice, I would recommend the Alpha Predator next patch instead of Viper's Venom, just because you will be pressing it a bit more. So this can be nice to have, especially if you're kiting. It's gonna be more of like a kiting thing. Like once you're actually in melee range, your DPS rotation is gonna like, you know, stay roughly the same. But let's say you have more of like a hit and run playstyle, you're gonna be more rewarded to just, you know, press kill commands like this. Like even if you're at like 100 focus, you could just press kill command, right? And it won't be like super bad, because before, you know, maybe these globals could have been like a ment pet, like another serpent sting to refresh the serpent sting, maybe like a trank shot. Like they're not like super high impact globals anyway, so this just makes it so like your ranged globals will be like a bit more efficient, you know, because I mean you could get a proc, which would be kind of cool, but even if you don't get a proc, I mean it's kind of whatever. I mean whatever, it's like, you know, it's fine. Do you guys know what I mean? I think you guys know what I mean. Also want to talk about the soulbinds over here. Ta-da! So this is probably gonna be the one that I go for the most part. I think everything here is kind of self-explanatory. Strength of the pack, because you'll press kill command more often. Yeah, that's kind of it. It's Nadja, I mean, good DPS, I take it. You could also go Dauntless Duelist. I mean, I don't know, but I mean, maybe matchup dependent. I don't know, I feel like this might just be more damage. Kinda. Maybe it's not. Hard to say. Even this thing is like not that bad, especially because I feel like there's gonna be like a mage meta, so this is like okay. I mean, it's even good into like warriors. I don't know, you might get hamstringed or something, you know. I feel like every class has like any type of slow, so reducing it by 15%, pretty decent. Also, in case you guys don't know, if you have a 50% slow, it's gonna reduce it by 7.5, so it will be a 42.5% slow. Just so you guys know, it's because some people think it makes the slow a 35% if you have a 50. That's not how it works. Yeah, so a 50% will turn into like a 42.5. Good to know. The Draven page though, this is gonna be in matchups where you need hold your ground. Let's say you're against a sub rogue or something like that. I mean, that's kind of the only matchup. The one thing that I'm kind of iffy though, I don't know if you will actually go strength off the pack here, because into rogue teams, you're gonna sit a lot of CC, and if you're sitting a lot of CC, it's gonna be hard to press kill command, because usually you have other globals that need to like go first before you press kill command. So this might actually just turn into a deadly tantrum. I mean, I'm not 100% sure, I need to like test it more, but I feel like, I mean, on paper this looks good, but in my heart I feel like Deadly Tantrum would be better. But not for this though. But for this, for sure. This is still straight to the pack. But for this one specifically, because of the team comps that you play, probably Deadly Tantrum. And yeah, I think that's kinda about it. Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to think, is there anything that I missed? I don't think so. Okay, so I'm gonna end the video with doing like a TLDR for the people that are too lazy to watch 20 minutes, which is honestly super fine. I feel like the majority of content creators make these videos in like 5 seconds and then like whatever. I just like to go get into it because I think it's kind of fascinating. I like numbers, guys. Okay, so also this is like no script. Like, I don't know, I'm just doing some like random shit. Okay, so hello guys, welcome to the TLDR section of the guide. Here is what I would... Okay, so I'm gonna try that again. 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, welcome to the TLDR section of the guide. I would recommend Venthyr for Survival Hunter. You will have the pouch as your legendary, and then Craven is most likely gonna be the best option. But in some matchups, it might be better to go Latent Poison. It just depends. 99% of the time, Craven is good. The 1%, you can pick Latent Poison. It does a lot of damage, pretty good. So, where do you get them? Oh my god, where do you get them? So, you need Revered on one character with this function, the Enlightened. Only on one character, and then you're good to go. And then you get it from the chapter campaign thingamajig, so just wait until you have like chapter 7 complete, and then you should be all good. Everything should be kind of up to, you know, it should make sense. And then with the tier set is very good. Can't really complain. It does a lot of damage. The proc isn't super vital to the survival playstyle, but it's definitely good. I would recommend playing it for sure. So the pieces, you will make Craven on the necklace, and you will make the Killshot Lego on the ring, and you will make the Latent Poison on your gloves. And all of these will be Haste verse. And for stats, most likely gonna go for 25.53% haste. I have a typed here as well. This is probably gonna be the haste breakpoint that you go for, which is a 1.19. Roughly gonna have 20% crit to 25, depending on how it works, and then a rough like 35% burst and whatever. And here I was just like demonstrating. This should be flanking strikes. Where it's not really worth it for you to fish the proc 24/7 to just try to get the bomb proc, because sure, the bomb proc is good, but it's not good sacrificing your entire DPS rotation to try to like get the proc. Yeah, that's kind of it. I hope you guys like the guide. Dude, it's so shit, but honestly, I'm just gonna upload it and then people will like it anyway. Peace out. Bye bye.